Okay, now I'm going to do a second video on how to make kind of just a nice typeset list. I kind of went over this in the previous page, but we're going to kind of review that real quick. So I'm going to hit a new file, and this file I might call Discrete Math 1. Yeah, so it's a blank document altogether. My goal is to, I'm just pasting in some uh, paragraphs here, and it's going to give me a numbered list. So let's see. First thing I'm going to do is just take whatever I had for a preamble before, and I will put that at the very top. So begin document class article, called a couple packages. I defined two commands, and I did begin document, end document, and then I'll show you what I pasted in there. What upset about. Begin enumerate, ended by end enumerate. Okay, so what have I done here? All I've done is pasted in some words that say, what is discrete math? And then it's the definition. Discrete math is a branch of mathematics that deals with structures and objects that are fundamentally distinct and separate, i.e. discrete, rather than continuous. It focuses on countable, finite, or logically distinct structures, making it widely applicable in computer science, cryptography, logic, and various other fields of engineering. Key topics in discrete mathematics include logic and propositional calculus, set theory, proof techniques, number theory, combinatorics, and graph theory. My goal is just to make this document, this text, look a lot nicer using LaTeX. So again, I might make this centered environment. So maybe first thing I'll do is make that maybe a little lowercase capital huge. So what is discrete mathematics? And should I make it blue? What do you guys think? Text color blue. Okay. That looks okay. Maybe I'll make it centered. So begin center, end center. And again, I'll share all this code with you. If you look in the comments, there'll be a link to this project. Okay, so what is discrete mathematics? Let's say discrete mathematics, text color, red, discrete math is a branch of mathematics that deals with structures and objects that are fundamentally distinct and separate rather than continuous. So let's see here what's important. Maybe I'll make that boldface, kind of just highlight the fact that looking at discrete math, so that's going to make this bold. So text BS / text BF will make whatever's inside of the next set of brackets boldface. You might be wondering what happens if you don't put those curly braces in there. It's just going to make, it's just going to throw, well, right now I'm going to throw an error because there was no space there. But it'll just make the first letter D. So by default, it makes the next character boldface. But I don't want to have to go through and type text BF before the character. So you put curly braces around discrete mathematics, and they'll make all of that boldfaced. Okay, so discrete mathematics is a branch of mathematics that deals with structures and objects that are fundamentally distinct and separate. Maybe I want to just say it's a branch of mathematics that deals with maybe I want to call attention to the fact that it deals with structures and objects that are fundamentally distinct and separate. Discrete is another word for distinct and separate. I can make that italicized. So text IT is how you italicize text in LaTeX. Maybe I'll make those. What color should I make that? Text color. You're going to see green is not a great color if you have a white background. But I'll just make that italicized text green for now. See, it's a little too bright. You can kind of read it, but it's kind of too close. And so now's a good time to add to this X color. I think what I want to do is do DVIPS names See if that works. And if it does work, then I'll be happy. Just not like that. So maybe it goes here. Use package. Let's try that. That works. Okay. You're gonna be wondering where the heck is this coming from? Look, all I'm doing is I'll Google uh, LaTeX colors, and the first thing that pops up is some overview documentation on how to use colors. If I just use X color, then I can do red, green, blue, cyan, magenta, yellow, black, green, white, dark gray, light gray, brown, lime, olive, right? If I want more, then I have to remember this command, use package DVIPS names, X color. Now I can use all of these with uppercase letters, and there's just a lot more. I can also define my own colors, but I'll show you how to do that later. And here I can, as you can see, typically all you do is copy and paste something that already works. So Google it, look for what you need, and then find an example of what works. Here you can see they also used itemize. So there's another example of something we've seen before. Okay, going back to where I was at, right there. That's good. Okay, so this is a branch of mathematics that deals with discrete structures. Now I want to put in some space, right? Right now it's just a little too jumbled together here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type vertical space 1 cm. That might be too much. We'll see. And it's not bad. I don't want that indented either. We'll do a slash no gap. That looks a little bit better. I'm just going to do 0.5 cm maybe. So that's half a centimeter. That looks good. Maybe I'll make this piece a little bit bigger. What if I do this? I just do a slash large. Looks okay. Maybe I'll make it text BF. The text boldface. File. I'm pretty happy with that. If I wanted to, I can make it underline too. So I think it's underline. I really want to call attention to that piece. Maybe I'll make it underline. I don't like that. I'm gonna get rid of the underline. Just know that you can do it. Maybe I'll underline the discrete math instead, so you know. So that you know what the command is. Yeah, it's not my style, but some people like underlines. Okay. Maybe I should capitalize discrete mathematics. It's like the name of the course or something. Okay. That looks pretty good for the top. Key topics in discrete mathematics, logic, propositional calculus. And I think this looks okay as a list like that. Can I use to begin enumerate, end enumerate? Terrible, but maybe I want to make these itemized lists. So you're going to see that if I just start begin enumerate and end enumerate, LaTeX is actually pretty smart. And because since I'm embedding this enumerate environment inside of this other enumerate environment and nesting it, it's going to automatically switch from numbers to letters right here. So A, B, C, D, and E. Recompile. A, B, C, D, and cool. So we got logic and propositional calculus, essentially truth tables and figuring out logical equivalences, all that good stuff, which we'll do in chapter 2. Set theory, we'll do that in section 1.2. And basically be using it throughout the course. Again, if I wanted to do a bulleted list, I would just do begin itemize, end itemize. I'm just doing this more so to show you the different varieties of things you can do as opposed to what I would do consistency. So that should give me a bulleted list. And if you're kind of OCD and you want to know, like, how do I keep everything indented nicely? Could do is highlight a piece of text and hit Control Tab. No, just hit Tab. Switch Control Tab switches to a different tab in Chrome. So just highlight the text and hit Tab, and that will indent everything. And if you want to unindent, I think you hit Shift Tab. Yeah, Shift Tab. So Shift Tab unindents, Tab indents. So I'll put that in a comment. Highlight a block. And Shift plus Tab unindents. That's kind of useful now. So like if you're kind of OCD about this sort of thing, you might just highlight all that and hit Tab, and then highlight the stuff inside of there and Tab again, and that'll kind of indent those things. It'll indent them all inside of that. Of course, LaTeX doesn't pick up on it; it just automatically formats these things nicely. But if you wanted to make your code kind of line up, that'd be good. Like so for here, instance, maybe I want to tab that once. Maybe I'll leave that one like that. Now let's make a different enumerate environment. Yeah. Item, item, pile, item, item. Okay. So again, A, B, C, D. So we got proof techniques: direct proof, proof by contradiction, mathematical induction, proof by contrapositive. That'll be coming in chapter 3, end of chapter 2, start of chapter 3. We'll go over that sort of stuff. And again, if I wanted to make that lowercase Roman numerals, do that. And do one more, number theory. We'll do that in chapter 3. So again, enumerate. Doesn't automatically do it. Some commands, when you hit begin, it just automatically fills in part. So hopefully you're getting good at just typing items. Okay. And that looks kind of nice. And this one, maybe I'll do a capital Roman numeral. Yeah, I don't like that, but you can do it. You could also, I could just say like, hey, make that like that. I wonder if I can do like 1.1. Well, it'd be smart enough to figure that out. 4.1. Yeah, that's better. So it knew how to do 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4. So that's kind of clever. That's the first time I've ever done that. I just kind of guessed it. So again, enumerate and enumerate. Throw in some items here. Item, 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 item. Okay. And then finally graph it. Let's see here. Let's just do some searching now. So let's just look at LaTeX enumerate documentation. Hope I can spell it. So let's just look at the overleaf one for now. 3 ways to insert list and overleaf. So we got here: insert folded list, insert numbered list, visual edit your code. So begin itemize, end itemize. That's great. Begin enumerate, end enumerate. And then let's see here. This would be if you wanted your label to use begin description, end description, I guess. If you wanted your label to be something short, something long, you could do something like that too. So you can also put a label for what you want your bullet to be. That's kind of cool. Let's see some different examples. If you don't like bullet points, you're using enumerate. We can use letters, but we can also use things like exclamation point and note or a blank label. Oh, interesting. So bullet, bullet, shriek, note, that's a square block of that. It's kind of cool. So those are all other things you could do. Now you can see that the default numbering within enumerate goes Arabic numbers, then alphabetical AB, and smaller Roman numerals, and then capital AB, I guess. That's good to know too. And that's enough. You can go and look up your own thing here. But there's all kinds of different things you can do with enumerate. And look at that, there's that 3.1111. There's a way to do that as well. If you just renew these commands, you can define new commands, and I guess there's already commands for label new II, so you're renewing that command to change it to what you want it to be. Read more on that if you want to do a deep dive on that. Okay, so let's see here. Does that look? I think that looks pretty good as far as kind of adding some color, adding some pop to this. Let's do some graph theory. So begin, itemize. Okay, item. Notice that it's yelling at me because I haven't ended the itemized environment. So it's going to keep yelling at me until I do that. By yelling at me, I mean just highlighting in red where the possible error could be, which is a nice feature. And item. Spell that correctly. Now it's happening. Okay. Let's indent some of that. Okay. Okay. Pretty nice. Okay. So there's our numbered list. A 2-page document on what is discrete mathematics. Again, it's the branch of mathematics that deals with structures or objects that are fundamentally distinct and separate. Okay, different than continuous mathematics. And it's useful in computer science, cryptography, logic, and various fields of engineering. Okay, last time we did a truth table. Maybe now for fun, we'll do a fixed picture. What should I do for a fixed picture? You know, I'm gonna show you how to do something kind of cool. Just for fun. Let me use a package called TIX. And TIX is good for drawing graphs. So we'll do graph theory in chapter 5 or 6 of this course. But it's also good for doing pictures and doing other kinds of neat things. So I'll use TIX, and I'll also call another package called TIXlings that you'll see is kind of fun. And show you how you draw a picture. Begin, TIX, picture, okay, and TIX picture. That's just entering the TIX picture environment. And now I'm going to draw a marmot, whatever that is. Okay. It's kind of like that little, I don't know, like a prairie dog, but in the tundra or something, maybe. You can also do penguin. If I don't put that white space there, they'll be on the same line next to each other. You can change the penguin, have a blue body, or a red body. Okay. If you want to learn how to do more than that, I would say check out TIX Bling documentation. And there should be a PDF or something you can read to show you how to do everything you would ever want to know. How to do a bear, how to make a bear with red eyes, red mouth, and so on. It's just got lots of examples of snippets of codes of things you do. You can put a sweater on the bear. You can have a squirrel. You just have an elephant holding the sign for your page numbers, hippos. It's fascinating. Ladybugs. Are they ladybirds? Just bug slash bug. Cat. I think the one thing that chicken, one thing these things don't have is, I don't think there's a tick's dog. The dog. Yeah, I don't know why. Tick's person must not be a dog fan. There's a cat. And there's a bat. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever reason, because the wingspan's so big, the bat is the same height as a cat, but it's just so much bigger. What you can do is you can also scale the fixed picture by just saying like make it half the size. Scale in square brackets, scale equals 0.5, and that'll shrink the bat down. That's gonna be handy because maybe I want to do, here is a set of animals. Discrete math, we deal with sets all the time. A equals, and I want to make this, I don't know, about the size of those, so maybe 0.1 to fit inside the parentheses. Okay, that's real tiny. How about I do 0.2? But now I do a trick where I add a command of left and right. What the left and right commands do is they make the parentheses or the squiggly brackets, the curly braces. You know, I like calling them, maybe you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I like to think of that as like a mustache, right? Like kind of a handlebar mustache right there. So left mustache and right mustache. See if that catches on or not. What that left does is it just makes it the curly brace or the mustache tall enough so that it encompasses everything in there. Let's see here. So I now have marmot, bat. So let's do cat. Let's do penguin. Penguin's just cool. Okay. So we got marmot, penguin, and we'll do another one bear. So those are your first pictures in ticks. Now let's make bear blue. Body was blue. Okay, so there is a set of animals. We got marmot, penguin, bear. And I've resized these things so that they're uh, resizing the mustaches so they're the same height as the animals. Okay, cool. Uh, this is getting ugly to read. Yeah, here's a list of animals, set of animals. Maybe I'll put it on its own line with double dollar signs. That's nice. And to make this easier to read and also just easier to type, what I'm going to do is define my own command. I'm going to go back up here to the preamble. And just like I did in the last video for red F and blue T, I'm going to do a new command. And I'm going to call it T/T for ticks marmot. Okay. And that should work, I hope. I don't need the left though. Just need the begin ticks picture, end ticks picture, marmot. I mean, I could call this ticks marmot. I don't know if it would be upset by that or not. What I should be able to do now is replace this piece of code here with ticks marmot. And notice that overly so smart that says you're probably wanting to call one of your previous commands. Let's see if that worked. Okay, that worked. And so now I'll do same thing for penguin. Call him ticks penguin. So new command slash ticks penguin. I don't have to call it ticks penguin. I could call it T penguin. I think the big thing is I can't just call it penguin because we already have a command for penguin. Unfortunately, penguin can only be called inside of a ticks picture at the moment. So what I'm just doing is kind of wrapping all that code up in this command. So T penguin. We'll now create that penguin. And let's see. Last but not least, let's do T bear. T bear. Blue. Let's use a blue bear. Slash bear. Body is equal to blue. So now I don't have to type all that. I can just type T bear. T bear blue. Boom. Okay. So that looks a lot easier to read with those three commands. I'm going to do another one. I use this command so much, this left bracket here, squiggly bracket, that I'm going to define my own command right up here. I'll even put a comment here. These are my new commands that I'm using in LaTeX. Notice they have to be defined in the preamble, I think. Okay, so new command and L must. That's just short for left and squiggly bracket. Okay, that'll make a left mustache. And R must will be a right mustache. Right. And backslash, squiggly bracket that way. And so now I can either do that. Here's a set of animals. E equals L must, R must, right? Left mustache, right mustache. And now I'll do it in a different order. T penguin, T ticks, marmot, T blue, no, bear blue. T bear, and he's blue. Okay, slightly different order. So notice that R must is doing the same thing as right and mustache, and L must is doing the same thing as left and mustache. And now that I've started, I'm just going to have to always call those mustaches. Let's prove that. I'm such a nerd. Okay, let's see here. And also, just to highlight that there are many ways to do the same thing in LaTeX because it's been around for 4 years now at this point. You can also use slash bracket under math mode on its own line. Okay, so there's two sets. And trivia question, what is A cap B? What does A intersect B equal to? Well, order doesn't matter. Set is an unordered collection of objects. So all you have to do is check and make sure, is marmot in there? Yes. Is penguin in there? Yes. Is bear in there? Yes. It turns out that those two things are equal. So A intersect B is actually all of A or all of B. Everything's in there. Maybe I'll change that up a little bit. Let me add another ticks animal here. Let's do new command, ticks picture, and I don't know, what's another good animal? I can't remember. Chicken? Chicken? 3D? Chicken? Chicken. Yeah. I will put a chicken in there. And we'll call that T chicken. Now let's do comma, T chicken. Yeah. So, long time. No, no, that. We're just gonna ignore that. Go back and get rid of the chicken. Whatever I just typed must have created. Let's see if that is. Yeah, it's better. Yeah. Let me put one thing here. So flash again, fix picture, scale equals 0.2, and fix picture. And let's try this now, slash chicken. Is it going to be okay with that? Still upset. Dimension too large. That's good. Is it just the chicken part? There, okay. I think that's an error in their code for the chicken. Now it's not upset. No. What is a coat? Co-opted? Kind of cute, but I have no idea what that is. Let's do more. Elephant. Elephants. Let's do an elephant. Okay. Cool. Now what I'm going to do is take that and make it its own command. T elephant. T command T elephant. The ticks elephant. Okay. So A is the set, marmot, penguin, bear, blue, elephant. And B is the set, penguin, marmot, bear, blue. So the intersection is just penguin, marmot, bear, blue. All right. So I'm really, really salty about the fact that there is no dog emoji or dog thing in this ticks wings thing. So there's a couple of different things I could do. You Google emojis in LaTeX. And apparently there's lots of emojis in LaTeX. Flags. You use package emoji and then try calling some of these things. Where's the documentation? Got to be more. Let's just try. So I'm go here. We call the package. Nope. Use package emoji. Use package emoji. And then emoji leaves, emoji rows. We'll do some gas. I can put in the set B emoji. Just guess there's a smile. There's not a smile emoji. Is there a rose? Well, that isn't working at all. I wonder if I need to compile this. Yes, so in, this is a good thing. Okay, so here, these are color emojis using the emoji package in Lua LaTeX. So here's the thing. In LaTeX, you can't do emojis if you're using PDF LaTeX as a compiler. You can only do it if you're using Lua LaTeX. There's another way. Emoji, still not. So I don't know. What's going on there? Let's just make our own. I'm going to go back to PDF LaTeX. So, oh, this is important for you to know. Within Overleaf, if you want to change things, you can. You change your compiler, your version of tech. You type a spell check, you know, if you're Canadian and you want to be, if you want color to be COLOUR, then you just use Canadian or British. I'm going to stick with American here. Autocomplete on. If you don't like that, you can get rid of that. See here. I don't like the original theme, so I'm not going to do that. Editor theme, you can change the Dracula. It'll be a dark editor. It's still going to keep this part of the screen white, a white page. What are you upset about? The emoji package requires the oh, at least it was telling me that. So that's good to know. Although the emoji package wasn't working, so I'm just going to get rid of that for now. Okay, so if you like this dark theme, there's lots of different themes here, right? You can do Dracula, Dreamweaver, Legacy. That's kind of nice. You like a white one? A white background there. Uh, but I'll go back to whatever you're probably looking at, which was overview. Okay, so I wanted the dog emoji. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go, and the greatest dog in the world is a Yorkie. We all know that. I'm going to go and I'm going to look for a Maltese Yorkie mix. That might be what Heidi was. Yeah, dog. It's adorable. No, it might be better. See if I can save that. It's an HTML file. Also an HTML file. I hope this is legal. I'll just take that and get a screenshot of it. File, save as. Let's go to Discrete Math 2025, LaTeX tutorials, Yorkie emoji. Save PNG. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload that file. Here, semesters 2025 spring, Discrete Math, and what we got going on here. Tech tutorials. There's my emoji. Sweet. Okay, Yorkie emoji.png. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is a command called include graphics. There's square brackets and there's squiggly. So in the squiggle brackets are the mustaches. It already knew that I wanted Yorkie emoji. So I include that. Now I have a huge picture of a dog. I want it to be the height of a line of code. What I'm going to do is I'm going to specify that I want the height to be 12 points. Okay, so that's what the bracket's for. To say how big you want it to be, and if you want to rotate it, you can do different things. So there, I now have a Yorkie emoji that I can put in set B. Just when you thought this couldn't get any cuter, look at that Yorkie. Oh, man. Okay. And of course, that's kind of a lot of code. So I'll define my own command up here. New command. Call that Yorkie. Now when I go down here, and just do slash Yorkie. Okay, that is amazing. All right, another question. What is B set minus A? So if I take everything in B that's not in A. So start with B, I have penguin, marmot, blue, bear, and Yorkie. And the things that are not in A, right? It's basically going to be B minus A intersect B. So I'm going to end up with just the set left mustache, Yorkie, right mustache. Okay. Boom. Okay. So you can do that same trick. Maybe you're not a Yorkie person. Maybe you like Great Danes. Great Dane emoji. Great Dane dog. Great Dane emoji. And you can go to AI emojis. Right click on this. Is this already a PNG? The WebP. So I'd have to convert that. Or I can click on it. And I can go there. Go to the site. Go. Share. Does that work? Save as. Also HTML file. And depending on which AI generator you go to, sometimes you can just download it as a PNG or a JPEG. HTML, I don't know if that'll work in Overleaf. So I'll use my screenshot. And I don't know if that's the dog I want. It's kind of different. Ooh, that's a good looking dog. That's also nice. Snipping tool. New. I'll do it again. Make sure I do this. There we go. File. Save as. Go back here. Great. Dang. Cool. Go here and upload. Upload files. Great Dane. Sweet. All right. So now I can do another set. B. L must R mustache. Left mustache, right mustache. Yorkie. And haven't defined a Great Dane command yet, but I will right now. So what needs to change? Well, let's call this Great Dane. Use the camel case. And Great Dane using Pascal case. Okay. We're now going to have a dog set. Great Dane. And it worked. Okay, so now we have a set D consisting of Yorkie emoji and Great Dane emoji. I think that's a good place to stop. I got to get my steps in every hour. Thank you guys. Hopefully that was interesting and helpful. I will share the code for this project with you in the description. Yeah, there's actually a shelf just above my camera there. That's why it's that black piece on top of the screen. Stop share and